California's 2025 housing crash is unfolding faster and more severely than experts predicted. Median home prices remain above $750,000, yet buyers have vanished, and inventory has surged over 60% in some regions. Monthly mortgage payments in many areas now exceed $6,500, while wages remain flat, widening the affordability gap. Foreclosures are climbing 30 to 45% year over year, and properties that once sold in days are now sitting for over 2 months with deep price cuts. Once thriving suburbs are beginning to resemble ghost towns as demand evaporates. The state's overheated market, fueled by years of rapid price growth, is facing a reckoning, leaving homeowners, investors, and developers questioning what's next. If the trend continues, California could witness one of the most dramatic housing downturns in decades, reshaping communities and sending ripples across the national real estate market. Number 1. San Bernardino. Long a working-class anchor of the Inland Empire, San Bernardino's 2025 housing market is faltering. The median home price has slid to $435,000, an 8% drop from its 2022 peak. Active listings have jumped 60%, and homes now linger on the market for 72 days, triple the pace of 2 years ago. With a median household income of $64,000, the typical $3,000 monthly mortgage stretches affordability beyond most buyers' means. Foreclosure filings are up 37%, fueled by job losses in logistics, retail, and public services. The unemployment rate stands at 7.4%, well above the national average, pressuring both homeowners and renters. Commercial corridors are struggling, with vacancy rates climbing and several big-box stores shuttering. Once a hub for blue-collar opportunity, San Bernardino now faces a fragile housing market, weakening employment base, and shrinking buyer confidence, echoing the vulnerabilities seen during the last housing downturn. Number 2. Bakersfield. Once a pandemic-era hotspot for remote workers, Bakersfield's housing market is now cooling sharply. The median home price is about $390,000, down 11% from its 2022 peak, while listings have surged 58% year over year. Homes now linger on the market for 61 days, twice as long as in early 2023. With mortgage rates near 6.9%, monthly payments exceed $2,600, far above what the $63,000 median income can comfortably support. Foreclosures are up 41%, and underwater mortgages are rising, especially in West Side subdivisions. The local economy, reliant on oil, agriculture, and logistics, has weakened. Warehouse layoffs and softer oil demand have pushed unemployment to 7.1%. Rental vacancies are climbing despite average rents of $1,650, and landlords are offering concessions. Commercial vacancies are up 19% as big box closures hollow out shopping centers. What was once a Central Valley growth story is now grappling with declining demand, economic headwinds, and neighborhoods slipping toward stagnation. Number 3. San Clemente. San Clemente's postcard-perfect coast and Spanish-style charm are masking deep market stress in 2025. Median home prices have climbed to $1.72 million, over 106% above historical norms, while 30-year mortgage rates near 6.7% push monthly payments to about $9,800. With average household incomes around $118,000, only the top 10% can realistically buy here. Listings are up 49% year over year, and 40% of active homes are seeing price cuts. Rental demand is slipping, with average 2-bedroom rents at $3,750 and occupancy down 5.2%. Population has declined 1.9% since 2023 as remote workers and retirees head to more affordable markets. Local tourism is faltering. Boutique hotels and beachfront businesses face soaring insurance costs, and downtown retail sales have dropped 16%. While San Clemente's natural beauty remains unmatched, economic pressures are reshaping it into a high-priced, low-demand market, at risk of becoming a coastal ghost town. Number 4. Klexico. Perched on the U.S.-Mexico border, Klexico once benefited from cross-border commerce and lower housing costs compared to coastal California. In 2025, The median home price has fallen to $310,000, down 10% from 2022. Listings are up 53% year over year, and homes now sit on the market for an average of 68 days. With a median household income near $49,500, the average $2,100 monthly mortgage for new buyers is proving difficult to sustain, especially with interest rates hovering at 6.9%. Foreclosures have jumped 34%, many tied to buyers from the pandemic surge who overextended financially. Retail and hospitality, once boosted by cross-border shoppers, are slowing as the peso weakens and border wait times rise. Vacancy rates in rentals are climbing, forcing landlords to offer concessions. Without renewed economic momentum, Klexico risks deeper housing stagnation and the erosion of the cross-border economic lifeline that has long defined the city's resilience. Number 5. Riverside. Once the heart of the Inland Empire and a haven for families priced out of coastal cities, Riverside's housing market is cracking under 2025's downturn. The median home price sits at $565,000, up 68% since 2018, but mortgage rates above 6.6% push monthly payments past $3,800, far outpacing the $74,000 median income. Active listings have surged 47% year over year, days on market have jumped from 21 to 59, and one-third of homes face price cuts. Foreclosures are up 39%, particularly among FHA buyers with minimal equity from the 2021 to 2022 boom. Rentals average $2,650 per month, but vacancies are climbing as demand weakens. Job losses in logistics and warehousing have slowed growth, pushing unemployment to 5.9%. Retail vacancies are rising, and commercial properties show signs of neglect. With falling prices, rising defaults, and an over-reliance on volatile industries, Riverside is shifting from regional success story to one of California's most at-risk housing markets. Number 6. Mandota. Known as the Cantaloupe Center of the world, Mandota's economy relies heavily on agriculture, making its housing market vulnerable to seasonal swings and drought. In 2025, the median home price is about $295,000, down 9% from its 2022 peak. Listings have surged 46% year over year, while average days on market have stretched to 74. The city's median household income, around $48,000, makes even modest mortgages a stretch. Monthly payments for new buyers now exceed $2,000. Foreclosure activity is up 29%, driven in part by unstable farm employment and rising living costs. As agricultural output fluctuates, more residents are relocating for stable work, pushing vacancy rates higher. Local retail and small businesses are feeling the pinch, with foot traffic slowing and some shops closing. Once seen as a tight-knit farming community, Mandota is now facing the dual challenge of a cooling housing market and an uncertain economic future. Number 7. Irvine. Once a model of suburban success, Irvine is now at the center of California's housing downturn. The median home price sits at $1.62 million, and with 30-year mortgage rates near 6.9%, monthly ownership costs top $10,000, well beyond the reach of most, even with Irvine's $118,000 median household income. Listings have surged 63% year over year. Days on market have jumped from 12 to 66, and 38% of homes have seen price cuts. Foreign investment has slowed sharply, while rental markets struggle. Two-bedroom units average $3,950, but vacancies are rising as residents move inland or out of state. Population growth has stalled. School enrollments are down 4.1%, and office vacancies have climbed 22%. High HOA fees, soaring insurance, and property taxes are driving more owners to sell. Foreclosures, up 31%, are hitting newer luxury developments hardest. Without significant corrections, Irvine risks becoming an overbuilt, overpriced suburb with too few buyers to sustain it. Number 8. Mission Viejo. Once a symbol of suburban affluence in Orange County, Mission Viejo is showing serious cracks in 2025. Median home prices hover around $1.24 million, up 83% since 2020. But listings have surged 38%, while buyer activity is down 27%. Homes that once sold in under 2 weeks now linger for 45-plus days, with nearly 20% seeing price cuts. The median household income of $117,000 can't keep pace with $7,100 monthly mortgage payments at 6.7% interest, over 70% of gross income for many families. Foreclosures have climbed 19% since late 2024, and retail vacancies and restaurant closures are on the rise. Population has dropped 2.1% since 2022. School enrollments are down 5%, and younger buyers are fleeing to cheaper inland areas like Menifee and Murrieta. If trends continue, Mission Viejo could become one of Orange County's first major post-pandemic ghost towns. Number 9. Tustin. Once an affordable gateway to Orange County, Tustin is now caught in the same correction gripping its pricier neighbors. The median home price has surged to $1.21 million, up 87% since 2019, while 30-year mortgage rates near 6.7% push monthly payments over $7,000. With median household income at just $115,000, most buyers are priced out, driving a 42% year-over-year jump in listings and average days on market up to 54 from 18 in 2021. Nearly 35% of homes have price cuts, and some sellers are pulling listings entirely. Rentals average $3,300 a month, but vacancies have climbed to 7.1% from 4.5% last year. Commercial vacancies are up 22%. Foot traffic is falling, and population has declined 2.4% since 2022. Foreclosures are up 28%, especially among adjustable-rate borrowers from the 2021 frenzy. Tustin's charm and central location remain, but without a market reset, it risks high prices, low turnover, and growing vacancies. Number 10. Stockton. Once a comeback story after its 2012 bankruptcy and foreclosure crisis, Stockton's housing market is sliding back into trouble. The median home price is $420,000, down 12% from its 2022 peak, while listings have surged 55% year-over-year, and buyer demand has collapsed. With mortgage rates near 6.8%, monthly payments exceed $2,850, far beyond what the $62,000 median income can sustain. Foreclosure filings have jumped 38%, especially among pandemic-era buyers. Rentals are also weakening. Average rents of $1,750 are facing rising vacancies, forcing landlords to cut prices or offer incentives. Population growth from 2020 to 2021 has reversed, dropping 2.9% as remote workers leave. Unemployment has climbed to 6.8% amid layoffs in retail, logistics, and public services. Commercial development has stalled, and small business closures are mounting. Once busy neighborhoods now show rows of for sale signs and half-empty homes, leaving Stockton at risk of repeating its past housing crash. Only this time, the warning lights are flashing sooner. Number 11. Aliso Viejo. Once the model of South Orange County's suburban dream, Aliso Viejo is showing clear signs of strain in 2025. Median home prices hover near $1.02 million, about 88% above historical norms, while listings have surged 45% in a year. Homes that once sold in 2 weeks now linger for 56 days. With a median household income of $112,000, typical mortgage payments exceed $6,400 before taxes and insurance, shutting out many first-time buyers. The population has dropped 2.3% in 18 months. Rentals are offering 1-month free concessions, and commercial vacancy rates are up 21%. Foreclosures spiked 31% in Q1 2025 as owners who bought at peak prices walk away from underwater mortgages. Office parks and shopping centers are losing tenants, shrinking the tax base and dampening local activity. Aliso Viejo's manicured streets remain, but beneath the calm lies a market under pressure and a community facing an uncertain future. Number 12. Modesto. Once a refuge for Bay Area transplants, Modesto is now facing a sharp market reversal. The median home price has fallen to $410,000, down 11% from its 2022 peak, while active listings have surged 52%. With mortgage rates near 6.8%, monthly payments exceed $2,800, straining buyers in a city where the median income is $66,000. Population has dropped 1.7% in the past year as remote workers and investors retreat, leaving rent stagnant at $1,800. Foreclosures are up 34%, and underwater mortgages have risen to 13%, hitting lower-income neighborhoods hardest. Commercially, vacancy rates have climbed above 18%. Job losses in retail and warehousing are mounting, and unemployment sits at 6.4%, well above the national average. Modesto's once promising affordability has become a liability, with falling prices, rising distress, and dwindling demand making it one of California's most vulnerable housing markets in 2025. California's housing market is changing fast, but here's my question for you. If you had $500,000 right now, would you buy here or invest elsewhere? Drop your answer in the comments. I'm reading everyone. And if you found this video valuable, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next update.